Alright, so this is the Kindle 2 refurbished model, which is the US edition. It has the Sprint 3G connection instead of the international GSM AT&T connection. So this is a refurb and it costs $250. Today is July 8th and the graphite model for the DX is released, and unfortunately I don't have money for that, so I have to download this for now. Anyways, this is just a PDF test of the DX to see how the PDF capabilities are. So as you can see, I have some sample PDFs to show you, and one difference, if you've watched my previous video about the Kindle 2, one difference between the DX and the 2 is that this has an auto rotation button, or it has a gyroscope. So if you do this, it should automatically rotate to the right orientation. So we won't really have to play around with these, although we could still play around with the zoom function. It has a similar zoom function as the Kindle 2. So let's just go into the first one. The first one is a typical report that you will see anywhere. This is a 2-column report. This is, let me get an extra piece of paper. This is widthwise. So a typical piece of paper would be like this. This is the music score, and this has a diagonal of 12 inches, while the DX has a diagonal of 9.7 inches. So if this is a normal portrait view, let's zoom in, and this is readable. This is similar to how the Kindle 2, if you tilt it to landscape mode, this is similar to how it looks like. As you can see, hopefully see, there we go, it's readable. But if you tilt it this way, this is so much better. You can actually read through it. It's legible. This isn't small. If you get the graphite, which is around 380 right now, the contrast is a lot better, which I've heard. I might get it sometime, but this is just to show how the PDF looks like. So next page, the same thing with the Kindle 2. It's split into 3 parts and the top part is cut off, the third part is cut off. And images, you could read this properly. So this is really good. And the similar thing, the zoom to 150%, but it's kind of like a cut off. If you have it this wise, it takes some time, but it's still pretty good. Let's make 100. Let's make 200%. Still kind of like a gigantic area. So if you have a 2-column, this you can zoom in even more, and this is really readable. It's really good. And if you tilt it back this way, this is good. Even from this distance, you could actually see the words properly. And further 300%. Now this would be kind of too much. As you can see, the preview square is too much, but this is gigantic. Probably not useful. Gigantic. And the last option is the actual size. And actual size. This is I guess how it would look like if you print it out. Actual size, and the rest of the video will be doing the same for different types of PDFs that I've chosen. And the next one is go back to fit to birth. Next one is just a simple text report. This is an actual text file. So this is normal, kind of like, I would say for the DX, keep it in this landscape mode, and it's beautiful. Let me see if we jump ahead. This seems a little bit slower than the Kindle 2, but it's not that much slower. It doesn't feel that much of a difference. So it's this kind of like is like the kind of PDFs you might get on the internet. You can read it. Let me see if I can jump ahead. Well, one thing I didn't mention is the DX doesn't have a dedicated row key, number key, so I'm not quite sure how you use it. This is not mine DX, this is my friend's, so let's just go back and see another PDF. So an irregular PDF. So landscape mode is perfectly fine. This has 2 pages in one, so this would definitely be a problem. So let's just zoom into 200%. As you can see, this is just 2 letter size pages together, and you could actually read this. You could read this. It's legible. And this will zoom out the actual PDF, 2 pages in one page. The next one, this is an actual scanned document. It's not text. It's not a text PDF. It's an actual image. So here we go. It depends on what kind of settings you use, how many dots per inches when you scan the file. But this is legible. And I would say that just keep it landscape mode. It's definitely readable in this. If you change it to kind of like actual size or 300%, it's just way too complicated to keep moving it around. Just keep it in this mode. And the next one is